Stirred Up. I'm LeChae. I'm your half black, half British, made in Greece, born in Turkey dietitian.
And I'm your lid-loving, hot sauce savant, the man, the myth, the mystical, Top Jimmy.
Okay.
That's me.
You hyped it up a little bit more. Thought it would be a little bit better, but good.
You're going to throw me under the bus like that?
Yeah.
Just right off my first intro? No, all I said was I have an intro and I just want you to wait until...
That is good. I mean, it's accurate for you.
No. You. You for throwing shade.
So, anyways, welcome back, guys. Again, just want to thank all of you for supporting us and watching and subscribing and liking. You guys are the best. We really appreciate your support, and please keep it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Today in the news.
We've got, I'm going to give just a little precursor. We do our Today in the News, our sports talk, so we're going to talk about a couple fallen heroes. We're going to talk about a little bit of the playoffs, some little drama, little dramatics, and we are going to discuss... what else we got?
Our topic of debate.
Our topic of debate, which is about a good TikTok, and our BC list celebrity.
Yep.
And then you have your fun food fact of the day.
Yep.
And then we've got a giveaway. Insert crowd noise. But you have to stay till the end for the giveaway. You gotta watch the whole video. Mm-hmm. Or listen to the whole pod, because it doesn't matter who you are, you can still do it. We got something good for you. All right. Today in the news.
So we're starting it off kind of sad. A truly fallen hero that I think was near and dear to a lot of our hearts.
Chadwick
Boseman
passed away.
Yep. Stage 4 colon cancer.
Mm-hmm. Battled it since 2016, and in that time became a superstar and a hero to many. He starred as Jackie Robinson in 42, as James Brown in Get Up. He was in... Get On Up, sorry. The movie that he produced and starred in, 21 Bridges, and obviously we all know him as a hero to millions, Black Panther, that was the highest grossing comic film to that point, and box office records, and he won numerous awards and was fantastic in that movie, so... rest in peace to him.
Yep. A big R.I.P. in peace to
forever.
Chadwick. Yep. Very crazy that he was battling such a crazy illness and no one knew.
No one knew. And I mean, he was ripped and in great.
No
and
one
always
knew.
Everyone said how genuine and happy he was. Like, that's a fighter. That's someone who's strong. Like,
yeah.
I have so much respect for him hearing that. Him and like Stuart Scott. He was an old ESPN reporter.
Just crazy. Really fought up until their last day. And I saw on social media someone had a great comment that said that's how you know that he surrounded himself with very trustworthy people, because his sickness never got leaked.
And it was stage 3, stage 4.
Like, and we found out of his passing from his family, you know? So it's not like we found out from a tabloid. TMZ didn't know about it first. So he had good people in his circle. And I really hope that his last few days were... okay, you know, but yeah, R.I.P. to a great one. So, let's make it a little bit happier. Oh yeah, do you want to talk? Let's talk about the lid on your head after Today in the News. Okay.
For those, I don't know, if this isn't quite the fallen hero to that extent. Little Hercules.
I had no idea who this was.
I don't know if you remember the kid. He was like 6 and freaking ripped and lifting weights. His parents were big weightlifters. Kid was brolic, and he was known for always flexing, like being freaking swole. It's been years since that happened. He's our age, and he's an average Joe now. This is him, somewhere in here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. Somewhere. Oh, it's a relax table. Yeah, he's an average Joe. He said lifting kind of got boring, and he's just living his life. I hope he made a decent amount of money from being Little Hercules.
He's not ripped at all. Like, he just looks very average now.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that man's muscle tone.
So it's crazy.
So, yeah. Usually I do this first. I didn't today. I know you've all been wondering, what's Jimmy's lit of the week going to be? What's his hat going to be? And for those podcast listeners, I'm going to fill you in too. Don't worry about it. Today, we've got my Dallas Cowboys floral hat.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Floral hat. Boom. The star, baby. In honor of football season coming up. Swag, gang, gang. Yuck. Disgusting. I'm saying yuck, disgusting, because she's pointing at gross yellow teams that we don't speak of, apparel and gear.
Go Steelers.
So yeah, it's navy blue primarily with silver and white Hawaiian floral pattern all over it. The bill is a little long in the front, so you can see it looks kind of weird when I wear it forward. She's going to say, it looks like all your other hats, because she says that for every hat. She doesn't get it. So I wear it backwards. Probably one of my only hats I still wear backwards, that I love to wear backwards. Whole lot of gang shit.
If I can just go ahead and say the only reason he put on this ensemble is because I wore my Pittsburgh shirt.
That's not true.
He wanted to be opposite. So
the only reason she's wearing a Pittsburgh shirt is because she doesn't have any other cool shirts quoted by her, and she wanted to wear one of mine. And I said, no, those are my shirts.
Actually, he offered.
For my gang. I don't know what you're talking about.
He offered that I could wear one of his shirts, and I said no.
Real gangsters don't do that, and everything I learned from the streets.
But just in case you haven't been watching our Wine and Cheese Wednesday videos, we're super broke. So that's why I don't have any more cool shirts, because I can't go buy anything. And
that's why I'm drinking
because
wine.
I'm broke. So we're working on it, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to try and expand our wardrobe sooner or later.
We just had some cheese that we've had for Wine and Cheese Wednesdays, and I'm having some wine. So if I might say, I kind of mushed all that together.
Yeah, I was about to say, wow,
for
what did you say?
Wine and Cheese Wednesdays, I need to articulate my sentences.
You do.
Got a little,
do I?
Yep. I was trying to be subtle, but you didn't do, like, usually when someone is, they say in psychology, if someone's locked into you, they kind of mirror what you do.
I don't. Because you stare at me all the time. All right. Good stare contest. Let's get your sports talk over with.
Sports talk. Jimmy Sports Talk. I need to make something cool for this. I haven't done that yet. I'm sorry. Slacking. So it's Thunder Rockets. Series is tied 2-2. If you remember from last episode, I said that it's going to be Thunder in 7. Russell Westbrook is back. Former MVP, Mr. Triple-Double himself. He was talking a little mess to one of the biggest, baddest dudes in the NBA, Steven Adams, who, if no one knows this, fun fact about Steven Adams, he's the youngest of 18. He has 17 siblings, and he's the youngest. And he's 7'1", a whole lot of pounds. I don't know how much he weighs. So they used to be teammates for a little under 10 years. Now they're not. Russell Westbrook is on the Rockets, and he was talking on the sideline to the point that they were starting to get into it. And I just think it's funny because Russ, like, you're the Brody, and, like, he's known for being tough. He's 6'4". Steven Adams is 7'1", pure muscle. And I feel like his teammates, that needed to be that moment. He's like that Chihuahua dude who's got too much of an ego at the club. And he's like, man, I'll f*** you up. Blah, 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 blah. Getting on, like, had way too much dark liquor, and everything's disrespectful to him. But we all know there's no actual fights in the NBA. They're all talk. KP out for the series. Kristaps Porzingis is out against the Lakers. Meniscus tear. It's just Luka. I don't think this is a team that Luka can beat on his own. He had 2 great games. He's going to still have great games, but our supporting cast just isn't quite there with which no one's is with the Clippers. Next up, Joe Burrow. Actually, yeah, talk Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is going to be the next Drew Brees, in my opinion. Had a phenomenal season at LSU. Arguably the best season a college quarterback has ever had. I don't even think it's arguable. He had the best season a college quarterback's ever had. He's on the below-average Bengals, but I think he's going to carry them to a 7-9 record, which they won no games last year. Yeah, I think you're going to see a star, and I feel bad for him that he's here in Cincinnati. It sucks.
It is unfortunate.
We've got, before we get into our final sports talk, because it's going to segue into our next discussion, we are going to talk about the respect that we have for the NBA, the WNBA, the NFL for the stance that they took this week.
Yeah, their boycott/strike to pretty much bring awareness to the injustice of African Americans in the United States and police brutality and Black Lives Matter movement. Honestly, huge step forward, I would say, at least when it comes to sports. I don't know when the last time it was, but the last time like sports boycotted or had a strike, I think it was like in the 60s.
Yeah.
And it was due to the civil rights movement. So it's kind of sad that we still have to do that in 2020, but big ups to them for doing that when it hadn't been done in so long. And they could have had a lot of bad repercussions from it, and they did it.
Yeah.
So
it is resuming.
Huge shout out to
but
that.
They've made their points. I think the ones that have done the most in speaking out is actually the WNBA. They just don't quite have the platform.
Yeah.
They wore shirts. Everyone wore shirts with 7 bullet holes in the back, and they spelled Jacob Blake before a game. There is one of the owners is anti-Black Lives Matter movement, and she's running for Senate, and every player in the WNBA showed up to their games in shirts wearing the name of her opponent in the election.
Wow.
So they shout out to the WNBA. So yeah, we stand with all of you, and glad to see that we can be in a time where we can see this stance being made, and I hope something comes of it sooner than later because our country needs it.
Definitely.
So our final topic in sports is Earl Thomas. For those who don't know Earl Thomas, he's an outspoken, very good safety in the NFL. Former Seahawk from the Legion of Boom until he wanted to trade. They didn't trade him. He then got hurt when he was playing for the Seahawks. And when he got hurt and he was getting carted off the field, he flipped off his bench and his coach.
Iconic.
Said, y'all.
Iconic.
And he told my Dallas Cowboys, come get me. Wish they would have. They didn't. So let's fast forward to Baltimore. This man's a Baltimore Raven. And
this is the best highlight of his life.
it's a nice sunny day. Becomes dusk. Dusk turns to evening. He's with his brother. And they're like, yo, I feel like we were just watching some wrestling. And we were watching a grudge match between 2 teams. And we were like, yo, you want to tag team some ladies? You want to bring some females in here and just run some train as brothers, which is weird. His brother was like, yeah, let's do it. And then what happened? You want to elaborate?
Yeah, so in the middle of their tag teaming nice, fun moment, Earl Thomas's lovely wife catches them in the act.
She wasn't happy about it.
Of tag teaming as siblings.
So
Her
weird.
husband.
So
tag
weird.
teaming.
So weird.
And she beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, somewhat. She beat him. She got him.
Well, did as good as she could, considering, who he is.
So now we fast forward.
Yeah.
He slapped one of his teammates and
In practice.
Yep, and got dismissed from the Ravens, and it seems like he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy.
So he's now a free agent. But question, this is not the topic of debate, but this will be something we can debate. Why should a team pick him up with his rap sheet?
He's great. It's the NFL. Kareem Hunt still has a job, and he knocked a chick out, or he kicked her in the head.
Yeah, it's sad.
Ray Rice played after he knocked his girl out.
So you would want that drama on your team?
No, but I'm saying it's the NFL. I've had this discussion with friends, and at first I was like, man, I would love to have a Pro Bowl safety on the Cowboys. It would make us a Super Bowl defense. I don't know if we're quite our offense is great. We'll see, but whatever. The talent would be good, but in the locker room, he's very 1990s Dallas Cowboys, maybe even early 2000s. Right now, we've got a good group of just hard workers that we haven't really made the news too much outside of Zeke saying he's faded.
Right.
He brings a lot of drama. So he's been in the league 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, or just about, I think he's still good, but he's not prime Earl Thomas. Prime Earl Thomas? Absolutely. You could tag team with your brother, 2 of your cousins, and your dad. I don't care if it was prime Earl Thomas, but it's not. So, no.
No. Okay. Well, so our topic of debate. We got sent a lovely TikTok video from a fan requesting that we debate it.
So we're going to I'm going to pull it up.
So a friend of mine hit me up asking me to subscribe to her OnlyFans page. I said, all right, cool. How much is it? She said $50. Fuck out of here. $50? You pricing your vagina over Disney Plus? Disney Plus is $12. You think you worth more than $12? Disney Plus got the MCU. What, you better than Spider-Man? Your twiddling your thumbs on your clitoris is better than Infinity War, bitch? It's not. It's definitely not better than Endgame. Hell no. It's worth more than Netflix? Really? Your pussy outclassed the Ozarks? I think not. Ladies, I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. When you turn yourself into an OnlyFans girl and you over there selling pornography and shit, you are now a streaming service and you will be judged accordingly. If your shit is $50, your shit better be better than Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and Tubi. I know Tubi free, but shit.
Okay, so in the video you guys just watched, he obviously has his opinion on how much girls should or should not charge for their OnlyFans. To be quite honest, I absolutely agree with him. I do not think when there are so many porn sites that are free that girls should be charging $50 for their OnlyFans.
I love
his comparisons are amazing.
He said you're going to be
compared as a streaming service.
Yeah, compared to other streaming services.
Yeah. So are you better than Disney Plus? Are you better than Netflix, Hulu?
I feel like some of you could be.
Don't get me wrong. Do you. Like, if that's what you want to do you. But just mind your prices.
But, like, if you have a friend that has to... He says, like, my friend reached out, which maybe that was just his segue. But say it's true. Maybe his friend reached out and said, which is weird. If one of my female friends reached out and said, subscribe to my OnlyFans, I'd be like, it's like, just send me nudes at that point. I'll pay you for nudes.
Well, then, yeah. Okay, that's comparable.
I just think, like, if a friend... Regardless, it's not my point. But if a friend that's a female reached out to me and said, hey, look at me naked doing things to myself. And... which is, again, I will repeat, weird in itself.
Weird, yeah.
The fact that you have to reach out to your friends to have them go to it, it's probably not that hot. It's probably not that good.
But then also, like, requesting $50. Like, I feel like... So, you know, OnlyFans girls pop up on Twitter all the time. And they will have, you know, quote-unquote specials, which is probably their price all the time, but they just promote it as a special so people subscribe. It'll be like $13 a month. You know, like something very affordable. And they're like in the top 7% of OnlyFan money makers.
You can't be greedy, ladies.
No, $50 is ridiculous.
You're already showing it off for cash. Like, you're already... If you need cash, you can't... It ain't that nice.
Especially $50 monthly is absolutely ridiculous. The only time I could justify $50, like, for that
They better come with a blowjob.
No, I would say is, like, if it's unlimited access all the time. Like, it's a one-time payment, and then you have unlimited access, like, for a year.
Oh, well, she wanted it for a month, so it's unlimited access to whatever she puts out for the month. Well, no, but I'm saying what I could see people paying $50 for was if it was more than just, like, a month's subscription to OnlyFans. Also, I found out, so I don't have OnlyFans. I don't look at OnlyFans. I'm too broke anyway, but I'm just too cheap. Obviously there's other reasons, but yeah. I found out, like, people are using OnlyFans for, like, other things. Just random weird stuff. Like, it's not just sexual. Like, there's a dude who I'm pretty sure he like eats his boogers and like eats gross shit.
Oh, I wasn't talking about stuff like that.
And then like says that he'll donate. Or this one guy, so I heard this on another podcast I listened to. This guy invites people over. He likes like rape fantasy, and so he wants like to be treated like he's just being abused, and he wants people to like.
He has mental issues.
Yeah, well, and he donates it all to charity.
Wow.
He just does it because he likes to do it and donates the money to charity.
Holy cow.
He's like, he literally tells people, he's like, come yell at me, beat me. Like, it's so
well, I guess that's kind of like
it's so weird.
Dominatrix though, like
it is,
S&M.
but it's just like,
so I guess that's not that weird. The rape fantasy made it sound weird, but I think that's just more of like S&M.
It's weird.
But what I had heard of was that people are using it for like strictly non-sexual things. Like so it's like kind of like binging with Babish. Like he would have an OnlyFans that's like private cooking tutorials or private cooking lessons and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be sexual, even though it is mainly sexual, but stuff like that. Or, you know, like a basketball player having an OnlyFans for, like, secret down low secrets on moves in basketball.
It's kind of like a master. Like,
I
it's
don't
crazy
know.
where
Yeah,
this
like
could end up going. Like, yeah.
So it's pretty crazy to think about. But I will not charge $50 or pay $50 a month for someone's OnlyFans.
I don't want to see you twiddle your twang for $50. No.
Especially if there's Pornhub. It just doesn't make
Exactly.
sense.
There's free porn.
That's what I don't understand.
But, I mean, there's some girls that, like, guys, you can attest, and maybe women, I feel like women can get, like, if you're really wanting enough, like, if you're hot, like, but maybe there's that person that you grew up in, that was in high school that's close. So, like, if you guys went back and listened to the lineup with Will and Mass, they talked about attainable booty, where what's more, someone that you know you can't get that has, like, 50,000 followers, or someone that has, like, 10,000 is getting, like, 1,000 likes, like, you could slide into that DM. It's attainable. So maybe that is because you're close enough to have the option, to have that opportunity. Those are the only fans you want to subscribe to, because maybe you didn't get your shot. Like, in high school, it was someone you wanted in high school, and you're like, well, I can't hook up with her, but at least I can finally see.
Right. You
maybe
can
the
still
boobs
see
I
her
imagined
and
actually
watch.
look like her real boobs.
Very true. Very true.
Attainable booty.
It's kind of like the when you can't get it, you like want it more. You know?
Right. Like, and you're so close. Like, if I can literally have this conversation, I can, like, touch you and be like, what's up, dap you up, and in my mind, I'm like, I want to put a wiener in you.
Yeah. So, interesting. Let us know what you think about that. If that is kind of the logic behind why people subscribe to OnlyFans. But also, if you would pay $50 a month for someone's OnlyFans. Also, even not sexual, even if it's a non-sexual OnlyFans.
I do $1 a month to put peanut butters in between my toes. My OnlyFans.
I thought we were going to keep that a secret.
Well, you don't have a job right now. We broke.
Okay, I get that, but we weren't going to publicize that. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and move on. So usually right now would be our B/C-list celebrity update. We decided to maybe change the segment a little bit to be more of celebrity fact check. Just to, that way we can have all different types of celebrities, not only B/C list, but we actually got this because last week we mentioned doing the Olsen twins this week. And I looked up the Olsen twins, and they, you know, obviously had a pretty intense backstory. But right now, you know, there's not much recent news on them. They're very quiet. They don't really talk to the media. They do their fashion thing. Are you done? Yeah. Okay. They do their fashion. They're pretty quiet. So there's not a lot to really update about them. But I found this list of like 35 random facts you didn't know about the Olsen twins.
Which whoever took the time to put that together.
Some of it's like stupid.
You need
but
OnlyFans.
I think, so this is just kind of like one fact I just want to say. Did you know that they are not identical twins?
What?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, I'm so serious. They
are
fraternal.
No, stop. Go slower. You're going way too fast.
No, I gotta find it.
I want to see just.
They're fraternal.
I want to look at them. Frat life. They are really freaking close. That's crazy.
I definitely thought they were identical. But another thing that I thought was pretty crazy is when they were first listed, like credited in the Full House when they were younger, they were. Like, their credit was Mary Kate Ashley Olsen. So it was,
like
one because they didn't want people to know that they were using a set of twins.
Which is genius for a baby. I've heard they do that a lot because when the one baby cries, you sub the other one in.
Yeah. But I think it's just pretty crazy that they didn't credit them separately.
Right.
Like, they tried to make it seem like one person.
But, like, what is the line that makes it... I mean, obviously, there's a specific scientific reason for being identical and fraternal. But, like, they have to be the line. I'll bet you if there's a line of, like... If they are identical by look, if it's look that determines it, they have to be the standard. Because I would have said they had to be identical. That's nuts.
Yeah. So last fact, which I think is pretty interesting. So on the set of Full House, one of the twins lost their baby teeth before the other one. So the one that lost her baby teeth had to get dentures. Yeah.
Imagine telling your what? So how old? I don't know how old they would have been.
I don't know.
What? Oh, yeah, I guess they would have just lost baby teeth.
Yeah. So they had to have fake teeth. So that way they had the same amount of teeth. How crazy. So fun facts you didn't, well, I assume you didn't know about the Olsen twins.
And we didn't really fact check those super hard. They sound like they'd be correct. So that's why it's our celebrity fact check. Go ahead and check us if you want.
Yeah, definitely fact check us if we're wrong.
It's probably true. That's pretty much our slogan.
Yeah.
Fact check. Celebrity fact check.
We saw it on the
It's
internet, so it's
true.
probably true. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next segment. LeChae's fun food fact of the week. We're going to maybe get a soundboard so we can do that. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, she'll keep peanut butter toast a secret, but she won't keep that a secret. I don't even have that set up yet.
Hey, no, I'm saying we've been talking about it.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Okay.
Making money moves.
So the most expensive pizza in the world cost $12,000.
Holy sack. What?
Yes.
$12,000 for a pizza?
And this is the excuse for it. It's because it takes 72 hours to make. And it can only be made in your home by 3 Italian chefs. And it's topped with 3 types of caviar.
Gotta be truffle.
Bufala, mozzarella, lobster from Norway, and pink Australian sea salt. One pizza, $12,000. First off, who would ever buy that?
If I was a pro athlete, I would buy it just to see what all the hype's about.
That's just freaking ridiculous,
light work.
in my
but
opinion.
like, dude, 12 G's? So
one pizza. How many slices do you get from a pizza?
8, realistically,
That's
give or take.
stupid.
So that's crazy. That's like $1,500 a slice. Let me do the math here.
It's dumb.
I'm curious.
That's what it is.
Divided by 8. I was spot on. $1,500 a slice. Mental math.
Would never. Your
boy's a genius. Boy genius. I don't know why we do this podcast shit. I should just be a mathematician.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Let me know how that works out for you. Okay, so yeah. If you had the money, would you buy that? I think it's stupid. I think that's the most ridiculous thing.
Have you ever had caviar?
No.
I've never had caviar. That's my thing, is like, I've heard it's a delicacy, and I would try it. I'm not opposed to it. The idea grosses me out. It's fish eggs, and I've heard it's super salty.
You're supposed to like press them on top of your mouth so that way they burst.
I feel like that was for that. Yeah. So anyway, I would try it if I had the money to see what the hype was about. Like if I had just like, I could wipe my ass with money kind of money. Like Bill Gates. So like.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos could literally, the equivalent of him. So I heard this from a different person. I've heard this about Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos has way more money than him now. The equivalent of a $20 bill to Jeff Bezos is like a $4 million bill. Like finding a 20 in your pocket. Yeah. Because he's almost a trillionaire.
Yeah, he's on track to be.
Yeah, he's on track to be.
I think his net worth just passed 200 billion like last week.
It's insane. And so
same. My net worth is also almost 200
Imagine
billion.
like it is not worth your time. It's not worth your time to go back and pick up a $100 bill you dropped. It's not worth your time to think about going back to pick up a $100 bill, because what his thoughts are obviously, you can monetize his thoughts.
But if there was like such a thing as $1 million bill, like that, he wouldn't even need to think about picking up $1 million bill.
Right.
Like,
and there would be like, imagine the
$1 million, just dropping it and being like, I'll make that in the next 2 hours.
In the next like couple minutes, like he makes
like, that's unreal.
Stupid money.
I cannot fathom it. Okay, so since we have some time, popsicle sticks. And guess what? I'm not gonna mute because
you're shaking them though.
No, because I know what you do.
I won't do it. I
swear.
I won't do it.
Y'all, if he shakes them, he owes us a shot at the end of this episode. Okay?
Of what? Oh, I do have that.
We went yesterday. Wow, he didn't do it. Oh my gosh. Why are you stirring them?
Savage lyrics.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this. Okay, so this, I guess, segment, we obviously listen to like a lot of hip hop, a lot of rap, but also just a lot of other music. But we've decided to start a segment on super savage, just rude lyrics that we hear in songs. And we are going to have to obviously first mention the OG lyrics that made us want to even have this segment.
It was from Future's March Madness.
Oh my gosh, the rudest thing ever.
I want to fuck the bitch, but Molly made me fuck her even though she average.
Every time I hear that, I'm just like, he's so rude.
I don't want to fuck the bitch that might have made me fuck her even though she average.
I didn't notice that. We've listened to that song
so
1,000 times.
It's
that
one of my...
That's our jam. And it was like, what would you say, 8 months ago? A year ago.
It was before I went to Spain.
Yeah. I'm sitting there and like, if you're listening to March Madness, I'm like getting hyped. And I was like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah, I think I looked up the lyrics one day because he wasn't home. And I was like, I want to know like what he's saying. And so I was like reading along to the lyrics.
That's what happened. She sang the lyric along with him because I wasn't quite listening. And I heard her say it. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, bro, you didn't know? Yeah, it's just rude. Like, that is just the epitome of rude. But, like, I respect it. It's one of our favorite lines now in the song. But that's just an absolute savage lyric.
And then, so we'll do one. We have to save some of these savage lyrics for if we get
Get it again.
So
if you guys have savage lyrics that you have heard,
DM us.
Let
Instagram.
us know, because we would like to have like a good stockpile for whenever that popsicle stick comes up.
Absolutely. If it's got to be like.
It doesn't have to be rap or hip hop, by the way.
No. It just has to be.
Because I actually have one. If that comes back up, that song that I was like, listen to these lyrics. Like I thought it was such a nice song.
Total left turn.
But yeah, so just any type of lyrics where you're like, wow.
Wowzer trousers.
Rude. Okay, so that concludes
what time it is.
our segment.
So it's giveaway time.
Giveaway. So this is usually where we do our business shout out, which we will still be doing, but we'll start it.
This comes from Leon, which this is a special that they sent us. So this is an exclusive.
Mm-hmm. So Leon is the brand.
They have adult and kids like streetwear clothes, very fashionable, very dope. This is their Royally Fly they used to have. So this is exclusive. They only made, I think, like 10 of these.
It's brand new.
Brand new. Just sent it to us.
Yep.
And this will go to, we will randomly pick a contestant, kind of how we do the word generator. Or we'll probably just put your ats in popsicle sticks and draw, or put names in a hat. So what you have to do to be a contestant, do you want to explain it? Would you like me to?
I can do it. So in order to be entered to win this sweatshirt, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you have to go to our giveaway post on Instagram. So our Instagram is @mixed_FTL. And you will go to our giveaway post, and you have to comment, and you have to follow our Instagram, and then subscribe to our YouTube. So there's 3 things. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow our Instagram, and then comment under the Instagram post of the giveaway.
Yes.
And you can comment anything. It's not like you have to be like, just comment.
I mean, don't be a savage.
Yeah, nothing vulgar.
But if it's funny, hey, shout out to Jalen and Jacoby. You can be mean if you're funny. So if it's funny, have at it.
But yeah, so that's the way to enter. And we will draw it maybe on our pod next week.
We could do that. We'll draw it on the pod.
So the way that you can enter the giveaway is you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You have to follow our Instagram, which is @mixed_FTL. And then you have to comment under the giveaway post, which will be one of our most recent posts. So those are the 3 things you have to do. The deadline will be September 4th at midnight. And then we will draw it on the next podcast. So that way you guys can obviously watch us draw it. So yeah. So good luck to anyone who enters. They're really great sweatshirts, and yeah, it's really nice. So, and I'm a big fan of the colors. So, but yeah, so our business shout out of the day is obviously Leon.
She says Leon being in Spain. I want to say it too.
Sorry.
Leon Clothing, and
they have some pretty dope stuff. So be sure to check them out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, like this post, like the video, comment any feedback, comments, anything, and then be sure to check out our Instagram, follow, like us, and our Twitter too.
And shoot, if you guys have any popsicle stick segment ideas, hit us up.
Yeah, let us know.
We'll add some to the popsicle stick pile.
Yeah.
I'll mix it up. I'll stir it up. That's why I did it. She didn't catch it. It was a metaphor. I was stirring up the popsicle sticks.
He sure was.
Not even a dad, but I got dad jokes.
All right. So we'll catch you on the flip side. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.